You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to get out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name because there ain't no one for to give you no pain. Welcome to Nerds Gone Rogue, episode 110. My name is Matthew Keel. I'm at Infinite_Rewind on every social media platform you can imagine. Alongside me are my bros, video in chief, Corey Deering at Corey in HD. How are you, sir?
Good, I'm tired. I stayed up too late last night and I'm feeling it.
Why'd you stay up too late last night? What were you doing?
You know what I'm doing.
You know what?
You know what I was doing, Moose.
He's downloading porn at 14 kilobits a second.
Yeah! Yeah!
Getting that 4K.
Yeah.
He's got a cable modem.
I got it. No, see, my computer can't handle 4K, so it's at 1080p, 60 frames a second.
Sad.
Peasants. Moose, the other voice there. How are you, sir? At Svhenn on social media.
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm real good.
Good weekend?
Yeah, it was good. Too short, but it was good.
Word.
So.
Everybody have a good weekend, Corey?
I did.
Staying up too late and being really tired?
Yeah, I did. We're working on a little project here, and I stayed up too late re-editing and uploading YouTube videos. So that was my weekend. For those who don't know, we're splitting off the 3 console podcasts to their own YouTube channels. So that's what I've been working on.
So that means Platinum, Pal Block, and Arsenal X are going to have their own YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nerds Gone Rogue is just going to be the same great place with the same great taste and always less filling.
Full of Dark Souls and indies.
Yeah.
And beer. And us.
Well, I mean, that's going to change a lot, but okay. So enough dilly-dallying. What y'all been playing? Moose, what you been playing?
A lot of Dead Cells. Playing a lot of Dead Cells. Loving that game more and more. Getting further and further with it. I tried a shield for the first time. I did a platinum plays with Jurgen. And he chose the shield instead of a ranged weapon. So I was like, all right, we'll do this. I was like, okay. It's against the norm for me. I jumped in there. Once I got used to the shield, I started to like it. I like shields. They're pretty cool. They've got the utilities. So I might try and use those more often. I go the Toxic Sewers route because I'm trying to follow like the rune route, like getting the runes. And so, like, the Toxic Sewers, I felt was always just a pain in the ass without turrets, like proper turrets.
Yeah.
But I only had like a sword and a shield going in because we were moving so fast through the prisoner section, and we got to the Toxic Sewers, and I was like, "Well, because I did the Platinum's play, and he would pick what levels we go to." He picked my power-ups. When we got to new weapons, he would decide if we would swap out a weapon or keep it. Keep the one we have. So like, he made all those decisions. And I just had to play with the choices that he made. And so he picked to go to the Toxic Sewers like really fast. Like I didn't even finish the prisoner ward off that section. Because I probably could have found some more weapons in there or something. But we got to the Toxic Sewers, and I went through there with just a sword and a shield, and did relatively well. Like, it was actually more fun than I thought it would be. So I think we're going to try and just continue to do that. Just play, and I might pick a shield more often. But playing Dead Cells, I just beat Battlefield 1 last night. That's a really good story. I thought the game was good. The campaign was it's relatively short, so it doesn't take that long for you to beat it. I think I really started concentrating on beating it maybe last weekend or last week, and it only took like a week to beat it. I think it's like 10, 15 hours, depending on how long or how much you want, if you want to platinum it or not. Like a lot of the areas I just ran through. Like you can just run through stuff instead of like trying to encounter the enemies and take all the enemies out. You could just run past them and get to the checkpoint and start the next section. So that's one of the first times I've ever done that in a game. I rarely ever just run to the next checkpoint. Like I usually try and like beat all the enemies in the area or something, you know what I mean? Or try and play the game through the area. But just beat that, and I started back on Cosmic Star Heroine today on the beta, which has been rather enjoyable. And I don't know if I didn't mention this last week, but I started playing Earth Atlantis again on the Switch.
Oh, jeez.
Got past a boss that I had issues with, and now I'm up to where the submarines that you can get, like you can unlock, they just spawn.
Yeah.
So
they're dicks.
that's a pain in this. They are dicks.
Dicks.
They're at full power and they just continuously fire, and it's just like, oh, this sucks. And so especially when you only have like, it's like you have different power-ups like missiles, which
especially when you're out there all alone with your pew pew.
Yeah, you have a homing missile. Like you might be full power with like your ship weapon, but you only have like one power-up. So there's like level of power-ups. So like homing missiles, you collect 4 homing missile power-ups and you shoot 4 homing missiles at a time. Or like there's the one I really like is the bomb one. And so like the bomb shoots out diagonally from like each section of of your ship. And they just bounce. The bombs just bounce for a while, and then they'll either blow up or they'll blow up when they hit something. And I really like the bombs, but they've been a pain in the neck. So, and I'm trying to get through Cosmic Star Heroine and Odin Sphere before I get back on the Switch to play more of that or take it to work. So that'll probably be shelved for a while, but it's definitely enjoyable. I got past the boss I was having an issue with, so it's all good. But that's pretty much what I've been playing. I haven't had a chance to get back to Chasm or Death's Gambit. In fact, when I turned my Vita on today, when I was seeing what the charge was to charge it again, Chasm was the last thing that I played. And so, just so Ed knows, I downloaded Ultimate Ghouls and Ghosts, so I'll be playing through that. That should be fun and entertaining. So, it's downloading now.
That one.
If it hasn't downloaded.
I hope it's not running real wonky because it's being emulated. Because a lot of those older games on current gen stuff run poorly.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it doesn't either. I mean, if I stop playing it because it's like running wonky because it's an emulation, then that's on the emulation. It's not, me.
Yeah.
But
it's not going to stop Ed from giving you shit, though.
No, I know. But I'm not going to play a flawed. Like, if I can go out and get, like, I've been thinking of picking up a Raspberry Pi. If I can get a Raspberry Pi and get, like, Ghouls and Ghosts, like all the Ghouls and Ghosts games on there and actually play it where the emulation is smooth and fluid, then I'll play it there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I just saw it on sale for like $1.50 or something. And I was like, I'm gonna pick it up. Because he's always talking shit about Ghouls and Ghosts against Bloodborne, which if he gets the platinum Bloodborne, then he can talk shit, but he hasn't, and he hasn't played with us. So
it's just such a weird thing, because like,
it's Ed. Come on.
I mean, come on. It's like, why? I don't understand like where Ghouls and Ghosts compares to Bloodborne, because it really doesn't.
I can see like the difficulty. You know what I mean? Like the difficulty maybe.
Yes, but see, Ghouls and Ghosts was designed with arcades in mind. It was designed to keep you putting in quarters.
Yeah, it was difficulty.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like they upped the difficulty and made the gameplay a little bit different. So like you said, you keep pumping quarters in. You'd eventually get through it, but it was hard enough to where you were gonna take a hit and die and put that quarter in, more chance than not. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm trying to get at.
But then that's also like, is it difficult or is it unfair?
See that's yeah. Like I'll have to play it and I'll have to see. Like if it's not a wonky emulation, like I feel Bloodborne's fair. Like when I play Dead Cells, I feel Dead Cells is fair. I've died a lot and I've been like, man, that was real shitty, but it was my fault.
Yeah.
Like same with when I would play God, what else is like that? Super Meat Boy. When I die and the end is nigh, it's my fault. It's not the game's fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there are some acceptable losses in a game like Dead Cells where you're like, man, I am low on life.
You're just like, I'm just gonna try and get to the end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bum rush it.
I mean,
you're like,
I've gotten to the ramparts with very little life left, or I've gotten like midway through the ramparts with very little life left and just ran.
Yeah.
And I made it to the Black Bridge, and like I don't remember. There's not vendors there? Is there? It just takes you right to that fight, right? Yeah.
No. You go into the hub in between.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, like I always find myself running for hubs because hey, at least I can save the little amount of cells that I have and put them towards something.
Yeah.
And you know, by that time, I've also reconciled to myself, like, if I don't make this, I don't make it.
See, I also do, like, risk reward with that, where I'll be like, okay, I've got 4 or 5 cells, but I have a chance to, like, find a really cool weapon, a blueprint, or get money. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of my runs, like you were saying, where you're at the end and you're just like, okay, this run is an acceptable loss. I'm chalking it up as a loss. Now, I'll say maybe it's like 50-50 for me whether I actually finish the run or if I die during it. Or like I'll make a conscious decision where I get to a point and I'm like, man, I only have like 1 health potion shot left. I've been taking it, you know, I've been getting hit pretty hard by stuff. And sometimes it'll just be because I'm like not playing it properly. You know what I mean? Like I'm like oh, like when I was playing with Jurgen, I was like, man, I took some hits that I shouldn't have taken, you know, with that. So some of it you're just like, okay, well, I'll take the money. Like you start, like sometimes you're trying to run at the boss to get a rune and you're like, I only have 2,000 gold. So you want to build that up so you can buy weapons along the way.
Yeah.
You know, if you can find better stuff. And
or you can open a pay door or
right. And so you want to build up, I do cash runs. Like I do runs where I'm just like, I'll just go wherever and get cash. And then, because I have the perk where you keep the cash when you die.
Yeah.
Now I'm up to 15,000. I save 15,000 cash when I die. So like I'll build that up and then I'll be like, all right, this run is going to go to where I got to get that rune. And then I'll just buy whatever I need to buy. And then I also like, do you find that you skip pay doors? Like you're just like, this isn't worth it to me. Like I don't really want it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I've gotten to the point where I will definitely look and see what's in there and like, nah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's an upgrade scroll, I'll almost always take it. But if it's a weapon, it depends on what that weapon is.
I was reading somewhere that the upgrade scrolls are actually detrimental to you. Like the more you pick the upgrade scrolls, the pendulum swings more towards the enemy's side as far as like making them a lot tougher to kill and a lot like you'll have to look it up. I think either Polygon or Kotaku wrote the article where the guy was like 10 things I wish I knew before playing Dark Souls, and he goes, it's like a paragraph long thing about how how those scrolls actually hurt you more than help you. So like you either want to like be wise and like take him out.
I've not found that at all. I mean, if it does, okay, fine.
Well, there's also the thing like if you're going all brutality but you have kick-ass turrets, you might not notice that swing. So it might just be in certain situations, you know, like it might just be. I didn't really read his entire article, but I'm probably gonna look it up and read it later. But anyways, so we got on a tangent there. But going back to like if Ultimate Ghouls and Ghosts, you know, plays wonky on my Vita and isn't like Twitch responsive, then I'll try and find another place to play Ghouls and Ghosts. Yeah. To accept Ed's challenge and beat him at his own game. Because if I'm dying in that game and it's like, no, this game is like, it's unfair. It's not fair at all. It's cheap, and the port is really freaking shitty, then I'm not, I won't. That's why I only paid like $1.50 for it.
Yeah, like I didn't like playing Symphony of the Night on Vita.
Really? I have no problem with Symphony.
I mean, I love that game, and it's definitely probably the best Castlevania game that Konami made. But I am not going to. I don't think the Vita one played well. I don't think the PS, what was it, Classic or whatever, the PS1 Classic. I don't think it played well on Vita. Or maybe it just didn't on my Vita, which fucking whatever. So I did not have fun playing that. I did like playing the Mega Man that you could import, like the Rockman games that you could import for your Vita. Those worked fine. So
yeah. What have you been playing, man?
Me?
Yeah.
I got my 100th Platinum this weekend. We talked about that on the B-side.
Yay!
It was Dark Souls Remastered. I'm not going to spend a lot of time there. But I've also when I've been on the go, I've been playing Dead Cells. Dead Cells is, I am still just as enamored with it as I was last week when we spent an entire episode talking about it. Deshaun has been in the chat, and he asked if Dead Cells is worth it on Switch. And I replied to him. I said, yes, that's the sole place I've been playing it.
It's the only place I've played it too.
I've heard a lot of like Giant Bomb folks and Waypoint folks have said on Switch, it tends to slow down when a lot of enemies are on the screen. I've not noticed that.
Yeah, I've never noticed it either.
But then again, I've not gotten near as far as Moose has in the game. I did finally beat the boss at the end of that's on the Black Bridge. Its name is the Concierge. Guy's a dickhole. And back to your point about the pendulum swinging, like I found myself, like one thing I was doing a lot early in my time with Dead Cells is I was like trying to balance myself a certain way. But the run that I decided to min-max myself and just go all into one category, like that was the run that I beat the Concierge. Now, by the time I got to whatever's right after that boss,
Still World.
Still Village, Still Village, Stiltville. I don't know.
Whatever.
By the time I got there, like I was basically on a bit of a high from beating the Concierge, that I made a crap ton of mistakes and didn't really get my footing in that world. Like I know I'm gonna have to get back there like again before I really sort of pay attention to it. I died relatively quickly. I didn't think I was hitting very hard. But so maybe like that's probably where the pendulum starts to swing. Like once you've beaten a boss a certain way, like the world sort of adapts to, oh, he's going to use all this. Well, we'll just figure out how to squash him the other way then where he can't defend himself.
Yeah.
And if it is that, I think that's cool. I don't think things like that are unfair because I think it's unfair that it's not like front facing, but also that's kind of roguelikes to me. Like I've noticed in runs like where I go super deep, like in Binding of Isaac, or at least super deep for me, in Binding of Isaac, where everything starts to sort of figure out how you're doing this and try and use it against you. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't think it's necessarily like a get good moment.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, Matt.
It's really not. But it's just like a, hey, I mean, it actually just sort of exercises the one thing I like about video games the most, where you have to constantly be solving things. And if it becomes easy mode, I don't want to play anymore. Like that's usually where I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of done now. But yeah, no, Dead Cells is still good. I've been playing a lot of Bush League hockey this past weekend. I've been trying to sort of polish that one off. I'm actually to the point where it's now a grind because I do want to platinum that game. I do like it, despite its awful qualities,
shortcomings.
Yeah, like it is. I sort of like it despite its very, very present and clear flaws.
Yeah.
I hope that something like that gets to happen again. I hope the same people do something with it, but actually make the hockey good rather than just everything else around it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's. I'm having fun with it, but I could understand it if either of you picked it up and said this sucks, and I'd be like, yeah, but I told you so. Other than that, I haven't really played a ton. I've looked at my library and wanted to start things like I want to start Guacamelee 2. I would like to have some.
That's only on PlayStation right now, right?
I believe so. PlayStation and PC. I think it's on PC.
Steam, yes,
right.
it's on Steam. It's on PS4 and PC.
I think they will probably bring that to Switch at some point. Didn't they bring the first one to Switch already?
Nope, the first one went to Wii U.
It went to Wii U? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll bet you they will bring them to Switch.
Yeah,
I bet you they'll do a dual pack.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they'll wait. It'll be long enough to where, what is it, Drinkbox?
Yeah.
Where they'll just be like, they could even do a triple pack. Or wait, is the Severed's on the Switch?
Severed's on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they could even do like a triple pack and be like, all our games that are on Switch could be a digital version.
They could port what was that one that they did before Guacamelee?
Mutant Blobs.
Mutant
Blobs Attack of the Mutant Blobs.
Well, they could probably do the 2-pack of that because it's Tales from Space about a blob, Mutant Blobs Attack, and then they did Guacamelee.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, yeah, they could,
Drinkbox, you know what? Let's just say it.
Just put your games on Switch.
Yeah, just do it.
Games on Switch, guys.
I mean, do what
and
you
I'm
gotta
sure
do.
they're testing the waters. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure Severed is. I haven't played it on Switch. I have it on Vita.
I've never played Severed at all. It's mostly touch based, right? Severed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I thought Severed was cool. It got a bit boring at the end, though. I did like that game, though.
I feel Guacamelee would be at home on Switch.
Oh, hell
especially now that they've added like 2-player to 1 and 2. Like it would be cool to just like, and the controls are relatively easy for that game. Like you don't have to use all the buttons, so you can pop off the Joy-Con, have your shoulder buttons and the face buttons, and just run around, and it can be easily accessible, for everyone. So that would be cool.
I mean, it would work well with that 8-bit yo. It would really work well with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm actually really excited for a game that comes out tomorrow called Fire Pro Wrestling World. We talked about it at the B-side. I'm not going to really go into it here. Despite not being a wrestling person, I really like the idea of this game. Partially because I'm a pro wrestling from the NES evangelist, and I feel like this is an extension of that. And I look forward to having some time with it. I've read a lot about it, like since it came out on PC last year, and Danielle Riendo had a lot of really interesting things to say about it on Waypoint Radio. Alex Navarro has talked about it a lot on Giant Bomb. And I'm excited to actually get my hands on it, and I look forward to spending some time with it. Corey, what have you been playing other than YouTube Editor?
Well, I mean, that's honestly kind of it. No, I've played a little bit more Dead Cells. Trying to get to that first boss still. I haven't really played a ton this Puyo Puyo Tetris. I played a little bit of the Monster Hunter Generations demo on Switch because I wanted to see what that was like. It's all right. I still don't really understand Monster Hunter all that much. And like the way the demo is set up is there's an easy hunt, a medium hunt, and a hard hunt. And you go out and they just teach you how to hunt the monsters, but like they don't teach you how to like collect resources or craft or anything. So it's really you're just walking through this world looking for this monster you're supposed to kill, and it's just like I don't think this is how the game works. I'm like, I know this isn't how Monster Hunter works, but
yeah,
I mean, it feels good. Like I tested out some of the weapons and stuff. It feels good. I mean, it's just the port of the 3DS version, which I don't know. It's fine. But if you play the 3DS version, your save transfers over to the Switch version, so that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
But it's not like a Octopath Traveler situation where you play whatever progress you make in the demo carries over. So that kind of sucks.
Well, yeah, Octopath Traveler was an outlier in that aspect.
Right. I played a little Mario Kart. There was a small update about 2 weeks ago where they added Breath of the Wild stuff to it. And so I was just kind of like messing around with that stuff. It was kind of cool. So Link has his champion's tunic, and the motorcycle looks like the Breath of the Wild one and not the one from the Wii U version. So, I mean, it's Mario Kart, and my wife would play with me, so it's kind of nice to have someone play with you.
Cool.
What else did I play? I played something else. Oh, I played a little bit more Hollow Knight. That game's still kind of frustrating to me because trying to find the guy that sells the maps is like, especially if you're not really paying attention to where you're going and then you die and then you have to try to do it all over again. Hollow Knight's not a game that you need to play when you're distracted.
No.
But I like the art style and stuff. It's really pretty. That's kind of it. There's something else that I played though. Oh, the Valkyria Chronicles 4 demo is also out. And
nice.
Is that's on Switch, right?
Yeah, that's
it'll be on Switch. It's weird because they don't have 3, which is weird.
3 is the only one that didn't come out here.
Yeah.
2 was on PSP, and 1 was on PS3, and there's a PS4 remaster, I think. But Sega said they've been talking about bringing over 1, 2, and 3 for Switch also. So I don't know if you. It's cool though. It's kind of like it's kind of like almost like Fire Emblem, but you're actually controlling the units on the battlefield, where like a third person over the shoulder type thing. It's still turn based. It's still kind of you got to pick your party, and whoever dies, and whoever you want to
wins.
Yeah, so. It's cool. I actually think I'm going to pick it up because I've been wanting to play Fire Emblem, but I don't want to play it on my 3DS because, well, it's a 3DS. Let's be honest. Although Luigi's Mansion comes out in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so might have to charge it up for that. But then again, it's 3DS and probably won't bother getting it. I mean, come on. It's a 3DS. You got this perfectly sufficient handheld device right here in a Nintendo Switch.
Get rid of it. Kill it off.
Yeah, look, I don't want to play WarioWare on my 3DS. Like, that's dumb. I mean, the only thing I use my 3DS for now is if I want to play a handheld virtual console because I have a ton of Super Nintendo games on there. It's kind of it.
Yeah.
And everything's been ruined on 3DS now because of how clean the Switch screen is, which I'm sure you guys haven't played 3DS because of the Vita, but like
right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like having that nice screen and cool games on the go is not where the 3DS thrives anymore. So
yep.
I mean, there's great games on the 3DS, don't get me wrong, but its time has passed. It's done. It's done. The last like 5 major releases have been remakes, right?
So, well, I feel like
ports.
I feel like the only place that the 3DS has a market, and you can say this about the 2DS, is kids.
Yeah.
Would you rather buy your kid a Switch or a 3DS? And the 3DS is going to probably win because it's cheaper and can probably, in my opinion, can handle more of a beating that a kid's going to give it than
especially if the rumor is true that they're going to drop all the 2DSs to $99 for Black Friday. Like
if they do that, man, they'll sell like hotcakes.
Yeah.
And then like you look at the catalog of games that it'll have. Yeah. Like, in all honesty, the only way kids care about current games is if their friend, if they're talking to a friend who's played it.
Yeah.
Like, their friend's like, oh, I'm playing Spider-Man, it's amazing, blah, blah, blah. But if they're in their own little world where, they don't have any influence from the outside, or if their friends are even playing the same type of games they are, they get a 2DS, they ain't gonna care. They're gonna play through all the games. They'll be like, hey, get me a new game. You can buy it. It has the virtual console on it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
3DS and 2DS. Buy them freaking Metroid 1, 2, like all of them. Super Castlevania, Castlevania 1 through 3. Like there's so many old school games that you can buy for kids that they can have fun with.
Right. I mean, like, look, all the Super Nintendo games on there are great too. So
yeah. I was just throwing out the ones I knew.
I know. Yeah. I was just saying, like, my 3DS is a virtual console machine at this point, and a Fire Emblem machine, but that's going to change next year. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Although I'm a little worried about that game. I don't like how each hero has their own army of troops with them.
I wish I could get into Fire Emblem. We'll see what happens. I might try the mobile game, the phone game, Android, iOS.
It was good. Like it was. I mean, it used the same exact mechanics as the 3DS version. It's just one screen instead of, scanning across a battlefield. It was all set up for like vertical screen, but it was good. It was really good. I played it for a long time.
I'll have to check it out because if I can play that and get into it, then
you can play it through the whole story mode for free without buying card packs and stuff.
Nice.
The card packs are
just an added bonus.
Like if you want to just like roll through. And I never spent a cent, and I got 5-star heroes from the card packs that they would give out. So
nice.
It's not like the only thing that card packs are for is like during seasonal events they have costumes for everybody, and like gems that you can spend money on and stuff, whatever. But
do you can you level characters that you get to 5 stars, or is it like they're the star that they are no matter what?
I don't.
Like, is really a leveling system that way?
I mean, you can level them up, but I don't think you can. I don't know if you can level up stars or not. I don't think you can like grind it out if that's what you're asking.
Right. That kind of is what I was asking.
Yeah, I don't think you can grind out stars.
Just to see how far the free to play went. You know what I'm saying? Like whether or not. Because I know in let's start Dead Cells. You can get your turret and then reforge it, and it actually becomes more powerful than what it initially was.
Right.
So it could even be better than like the next tier. Like if it was a level 1, it'd be more powerful than a 3 or a 4, just depending on how you leveled it. So
yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'll have to try it out.
I did finish the story mode. It was dumb, but like I finished with 3 and 4-star cards that were not fantastic, so
yeah,
it was good. I really enjoyed it for what it was. Cool. It's probably the best mobile game Nintendo's put out, to be honest with you.
Cool. Well, yeah, they had the Mario whatever, but
yeah, Mario Run wasn't whatever.
Yeah,
it's a phone game. There's very few phone games that I really get into.
Are you okay? Sorry.
I think Threes was one that I really got into. And then Hitman and Lara Croft Go were the other two that I really, really got into.
Yeah.
But it's kind of.
Are you looking forward to the Nintendo Online service? See what kind of games they're gonna release for the Switch for us to have access to.
Oh, you mean Super Mario Brothers 3 for the 4,000th time?
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Did they announce that, or are you just saying that?
I mean, I'm gonna get.
I haven't lived in the Nintendo world in forever. So
there's 20 NES games at launch, and they were showing off Mario 3 on Switch a couple weeks ago. But
okay,
I'm gonna get the Nintendo service just because I want everything linked to an account and cloud saves. That's gonna be the thing that's worth it for me. But other than that, I'm like, whatever else is there is going to be an added bonus. I don't really play games online, and the games I do play online won't require the online service. Like Fortnite, Paladins, and something else that's multiplayer doesn't require the online service because they're free-to-play games. Mm-hmm. And Nintendo already said anything that's free-to-play on the eShop, you won't have to pay for the online service, which is smart. So,
what is the service a month? I haven't even heard. Is it going to be
it's $20 a year?
Just $20 a year?
Yeah. It's $4 a month. It's $4 a month, $10 for 3 months, I think, and then $20 a year.
That's really not that bad. That's not that bad.
Yeah.
Especially to have access to like 20 classic games off the old school games off the bat, you know?
Yeah. Plus, I think what they're gonna do is, you know, if you subscribe to this service, you also get discounts off eShop games and
kind of like what the PSN does with the plus discounts.
Just
and Gold probably has a discount on the Xbox. It's on the Xbox, but I'm sure they do that too. So that's pretty cool. That'll be a welcome.
Yeah, they said Super Nintendo catalog is coming, and there's also rumor that GameCube is coming at some point, and the GameCube adapter is compatible with those. So, I saw that. I thought that was pretty cool because there's like an Ultimate Edition of Smash Brothers that has the controller adapter or whatever. Yeah. Uncle J-Bay, Dom, he bought a Switch recently, and he's gonna get Smash Brothers. He's like, I even got the GameCube controllers so my kids can play with me. I was like, you know, they have the adapter up for pre-order on Amazon. He's like, good idea. He's like, I should go pre-order that. Yeah. I mean, when they put it out for Wii U, it was so short printed that, you know, nobody even really cared after about 3 weeks. Yeah. But with Smash being this games as a service thing, if they don't keep that thing in print, man, they're again
fucking up.
You mean the adapter?
Yeah, and they better make GameCube controllers readily available for everybody too. You know, I mean, I already have like 6 GameCube controllers, right? Jesus. Well, I had 4. I had 4 when GameCube came out, and they all still work. And then I bought 2 with adapter when it came out for Wii U. So
I'm gonna be honest. I was never really that impressed with the GameCube controller. Everybody's like, it's the best controller, and I'm like, no.
I don't know. I think the Switch Pro controller is better than the GameCube controller.
Yes.
But, yes. I think all the current gen consoles have a better feeling controller than the GameCube controller. But I mean, at the time, it was probably the best feeling one. But
I feel like there's a weird nostalgia for the GameCube controller.
I agree with you. It's probably because don't people say that it plays the best for Smash, and that might be why.
Yeah,
you know, I will say the triggers were pretty cool though. I did like the triggers because like they were like you like click it in and stuff like that. Like they were pretty cool. I did like those. Yeah,
which is the reason why we haven't gotten GameCube Virtual Consoles, because they don't know how to replicate that on a digital controller.
Yeah, the click.
Because so
that would be interesting.
Or the C buttons.
Yeah.
No, it was a
C stick.
The C sticks or whatever.
Stick.
Man. I don't know. I think that's also what hindered the GameCube during that generation is like the Xbox and the PS2 controller had so many more buttons in that thing that like I had SSX Tricky on GameCube and there was literal moves you couldn't do because it only had 3 shoulder buttons.
Yeah, I remember that because I had it on the GameCube as well. Because I had SSX on PS2.
Yeah, what a great game, that SSX.
Oh yeah, that was a great game. And then my girlfriend at the time bought me a GameCube for Christmas, and then I bought it. I got it over there on sale from a GameStop because I was like, well, I'll play it on here. It looks the best on here. And yeah, it was really weird not being, like you said, not being able to do moves because you didn't have an extra shoulder button.
Yeah. Because like some of the like super hard moves, you had to press all 4 of the shoulder buttons on PS2. Yeah. And then when you play the GameCube version, there's only 3 shoulder buttons. You're like, how am I supposed to do this sweet move? I can't because there's no button.
It's a sweet, sweet move.
Sweet move.
Doing sick SSX stuff with the
GameCube
controller.
And then like you pull off the tricks and you'd be doing like helicopters with your board in the air and stuff. Like I kind of miss like arcade games like that. Where it's just like silliness.
I miss all those old like what was the brand? EA Sports Big was the brand.
Yeah. And they did like 3-on-3 basketball, football.
Yeah, they did FIFA Street,
NBA Street, NFL
FIFA,
Street,
NBA Street. Did they do an NFL Street? I don't
sure
remember.
Did.
They did.
They sure did. Ricky Williams was on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a bong in hand.
Oh man.
Wow, that's weird.
And GameCube, what a great little system.
It really was.
And it had a great little handle in the back, so you could take it places.
I'm just like, man.
Well, I remember early in Nerds Gone Rogue, we were talking about like our best retro system, and like I remember Ed just throwing super shade that no one brought up the GameCube. I'm like, the GameCube is not. I mean, it's a good one, but like, it does not have what the SNES had. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
See, for me, like, never really having a Super Nintendo until like super late, and at that point I was all into my N64. Like for me, N64 and GameCube are the two systems I think of as like my favorite Nintendo systems. But I had an NES, but all I played on there was the Ninja Turtles arcade game and Super Mario Brothers 2. Like those are literally the only the only two games I played on there. And then because I was like what 5, 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, my parents bought me these games, or my cousin handed them down to me. So I guess I'll play Tom Sawyer. I've played the Adventures of Tom Sawyer Island for the time.
Yeah, because someone hated you and bought you that game.
Yeah.
Well, no, but like Ed's close to my age. He's close to Moose's in my age. Like, I mean.
I think the GameCube gets credit for doing a lot of things. Like they were trying to separate their 3D versions of those games from just being, hey, this is Mario 64 2, or bringing Metroid into 3D for the first time, which was great. But like, I don't know if I would. I love the GameCube, and I think it might be my favorite Nintendo console. Well, the Switch is pretty great too, but like, in terms of what they had as a library, I don't know if I would call it the best. Like from a just a purely unbiased standpoint, like they had some interesting games, and they had really, really awesome games. Like Wind Waker was great.
Eternal Darkness.
Yeah, like Mario Kart Double Dash did something really cool with Mario Kart that I don't know if it was good or not, but like I really enjoyed it.
Wasn't.
I mean, Mario Kart 8's the best Mario Kart. I'm just going to throw it out there.
That's fair.
The best Mario Kart. I don't know. Double Dash did some interesting things. Sunshine did some interesting things. Luigi's Mansion was quirky, weird thing. Pikmin was awesome. Like, it had really cool games, but I don't know if, in terms of like the full library, like I don't know if I would put it above, Super Nintendo, for instance, or. I might put it up of N64, but that's just because a lot of the sequels were better because N64 was the first 3D console, and as you iterate, things tend to get better for the most part.
I would rather go back to a GameCube generation than a Nintendo 64 generation. Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. That controller, I think, prohibited a lot of support. And those mini discs also probably prohibited a ton of support. Well, yeah, but like that's just. But see, here's the thing. That's. I mean, that was when Nintendo started. That was Nintendo's first foray into just being weird.
Yeah.
Because you had the PS1.
Well, plus the PS2 and the Xbox had DVD players in them. Right?
Yeah, and the GameCube had these little things.
It's
like, what the fuck. But see, the GameCube really hyped up portability. It had that handle.
That's right. Right. It was really foreshadowing the Switch 17 years ago when it came out.
Exactly. And it was still difficult.
A portable home console.
It was a portable home console that was still difficult to take places.
It also had Metroid Prime. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I mean, the GameCube is a
hopefully so with the Switch soon.
Is a great little system. I am not saying. I mean, it's better than the N64 by a stretch.
Besides the Switch, I would say the last truly great Nintendo console was the Super Nintendo. Like truly great. Like in terms of the you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I don't.
What? Like truly
You mean overall?
Yeah, like overall, like the games that you think about, like I don't know.
Well,
I would say certain games on the N64 were great, but I wouldn't say it had the best catalog of games.
No,
right?
it didn't. No.
I mean, I would say the GameCube probably has more great games than the N64, but I wouldn't exactly call it one of Nintendo's greatest consoles, you know?
No, isn't it technically the second worst sales wise?
Yeah, behind the Wii U.
Yeah,
I mean, the Wii U had great games too, and you're seeing it with Switch now. Like, I mean, I brought this up on Pal Block at one point. I'm like, I was looking at my Wii U cases and looking at my Switch games. I'm like, starting to look awfully similar.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably get rid of some Wii U games and just keep the Switch versions.
Yeah,
probably. You could probably trade them in and buy more. You could buy more Switch games.
I think the Switch version of Donkey Kong is better than the Wii U one.
I think it feels better. I think it feels tighter.
Like, I don't know what it is, but it. I mean.
No, I agree with you. I don't know what it is, but also Bayonetta 2 feels way better on Switch.
Yeah, that one I regrettably have not bought yet. I want to, and I probably will, but
I'll tell you one game that I do miss the second screen is Captain Toad.
Agreed.
The pointer stuff on the screen, or just like touching the screen when it's the handheld mode, it's not doing it for me. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But see, like that's just I don't know if that's I don't think that makes Captain Toad a worse game though.
No, I don't think it does
That's
either. I'm
not
just saying, like, since I played it with that second screen, I just miss it, you know. So,
I mean, I mean, the one gripe I have with Captain Toad on Switch is like I wish they did more to it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I kind of wish I wish they kind of just added a bunch more levels or more content than they did. But at the same time, I also think that like Captain Toad was not the success, even for a failing system.
Yeah,
like, it wasn't the success they wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Captain Toad coming out on Switch is going. I mean, it'll probably be more successful, sure, but
yeah,
it won't be something that will say, "Hey, this is done enough. We should really add more to this."
Yeah.
But I would take another one for sure.
Yeah. Where's another 3D World, by the way? I mean, I know we just got Odyssey, but 3D World on the Wii U, super underrated. Game's great.
True.
Speaking of Wii U games coming to Switch and Mario, did you see that new Super Mario Brothers might be coming to Switch?
Oh boy.
Damn. We're just gonna remaster everything.
Yeah. That's a great game, though.
Yeah.
Remaster everything, but they have no word on Mario Maker yet.
I know, right? Jeez.
Like, why do the new Super...
I hope it's taking so long because they're trying to add the Super Mario Brothers 2 stuff into it, which would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
Yeah.
I'd be down. I mean, I'd like for them to do more. I'd like for them to go the extra step that they could have gone. First time where you create worlds instead of just levels.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You create like a curated experience. I think that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of places. GameCube and Wii U were better than anybody wants to give them credit for. Mm-hmm. Anybody who didn't play those systems.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks they failed, but
notice nobody mentioned the Wii, the best-selling Nintendo console.
Well, I mean, we could talk about that. I think the Wii was better. I mean, the Wii is held back specifically because of the quantity of garbage that hit that system. And let's be honest, was a ton of garbage on that system.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, I think the one thing that makes Wii stand out over everything else is Virtual Console.
True.
Honestly, like I think that was like the biggest. Besides launching with Zelda, I think that was like the biggest selling point for me was like Virtual Console.
Yeah.
You know, definitely wasn't Red Steel, the other game I bought at launch. Oh my gosh. What a terrible idea that was. Ugh.
I mean, but that system had a lot of cool things too. Like it was where I played Okami first. I didn't play it on PS2. I played it on Wii.
I've never played Okami.
Okami's it's not as good as the people that tell you it's one of the best games ever made will lead
it's
you
not
to
the
believe.
It's not the best Zelda game ever.
No.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, no, it's not. I think it does a lot of that as good.
Like if it was on sale on the Switch eShop, would you recommend picking it up?
Yes.
I mean, how much is it? Like $30 anyway?
If it were anywhere between 15 and 20, I'd do that purchase.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But like Muramasa, that's where I played that game first. And that game is fucking good. It's probably my second favorite Vanillaware game.
I got a Vita re-release, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, what else did I play there?
You know what makes it?
I liked Mad World. I liked No More Heroes.
No More Heroes was cool. That new one should be coming out soon.
Wonderful 101 was on Wii U.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Zack and Wiki.
Zack and Wiki was awesome.
Zack and Wiki is the secret best game on Nintendo Wii.
Yeah.
And
also that Klonoa remake was pretty good too. It kind of reminded me of Zack and Wiki a little bit.
True. I think what I liked about that is that the game, I feel like the game press world got behind that game in such a cool way. Like it seemed like everybody was saying, "Hey, you need to buy Zack and Wiki because this game is better than you were ever going to understand." And still nobody bought it. Like it was one of those things that people were just promoting it hard enough that it was like, I feel like they're getting paid to do this. And then I played the game and I was like, all right, this is actually really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deshaun knows Zack and Wiki is dope. Fucking right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I don't know. I wish I played a lot of bowling on, and I played the crap out of New Super Mario Brothers Wii and Donkey Kong, the Donkey Kong game that came out for it.
Donkey Kong Country Returns or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, don't forget Galaxy. Both those games are great. Metroid
Prime 3 was pretty good on Switch. Or on Wii.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then I didn't play Metroid Prime on GameCube, but I did play the trilogy on Wii.
Yeah.
And those are good goddamn games.
Yeah.
Mad World's cool. I don't know if
I still think Metroid Prime on GameCube's still the way to play that, just because, like, I don't know. I guess it depends
if you're for that system.
I guess if you're into like the motion controls or whatever, it's fine. But I don't know. Like that's the one thing about Wii that I get it, it's different for everybody, but like the motion controls really prevented me from trying a lot of stuff on Wii. You know, and I mean that's just me being not wanting to do motion controls, and I'm sure I missed a lot of great stuff on Wii because of that. But I mean, even in Twilight Princess, I turned the motion controls off, except for like shaking the controller to wave the sword around. Yeah,
I mean the motion controls held back Skyward Sword in such a way, like it was not fun.
Yeah,
and I don't remember if you could turn them off there.
No, you could not on Skyward Sword, like because like the whole game was built around that. Like every enemy was a puzzle that you had to figure out which way to slice, and if you slice wrong, you got hit. And it's just like, I don't want to do this for 40, 50 hours, you know?
I beat that game in a week and took it back.
Which is sad because like what I was watching of the story was like, this is actually a pretty interesting story for a Zelda game. Like I really liked them being kids and kind of like watching that unfold. But after like 10 hours of that game, I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I can't because one of those big spiders come down and you have to slice it a certain way or you get hit. And I'm just like, my controller, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm slicing left to right and it's just, I don't know what to do. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you say we do 20 questions?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think we said last week it was my game, but I actually don't have one. Moose, do you have a game?
Yes, I do.
Chasm.
Let's
we win.
This.
Nope, you don't win.
Sultan Sanctuary.
For those who are new to Nerds Gone Rogue's 20 questions, because we have not done it in a while, this is where one of the hosts picks a game, and the other two hosts try and guess the game through a series of yes or no questions. We will ask a total of 20. Corey and I will alternate. Every 5 questions, we get a 2-minute huddle. After question number 20, we get a 5-minute huddle, and we have to have a guess. If we guess at any point and are incorrect, Moose wins. If we guess at any point and we are correct, we win. Whoever wins gets a point. So if we win, Corey and I get a point. If Moose wins, he gets a point. Corey won last week through his dumb shit of, ignoring the unspoken rule of not using handhelds, but we won't hold it against him. He pulled some shit.
With Pokemon?
Yes, you pulled some shit. Pokemon has only been out.
Most popular game in the entire world.
We're not going to have this fight.
No, I'm not doing that. Don't.
Both of you stop.
No, I'm not doing this. We gave you your point, so shut the fuck up.
No, we're just bitter because we were too stupid to see the goddamn game right in front of our face. But he was answering the questions to the point where we weren't even thinking Pokemon.
Yeah.
Hey, I gave you more than the yes or no answers for like 3 questions.
All right.
Well, actually, I went to the tape today, and there was still some problematic shit in that game. Like, you actually said, when I asked you if it came out during the 16-bit generation, you said no.
It didn't. It came out in 1996, which was N64. So,
but no, the 16-bit generation wasn't over at that point. So yes, it did. When did the 16-bit generation end? Not 1996.
Well, if you're going by that standard, then it's still not over because we're getting 16-bit games every day.
You know what I fucking mean, you asshole. God.
I just took a break.
But then you actually ended around to where you corrected yourself and got to where you were above board like 6 questions later.
All right.
But we still lost. Moose.
20 questions.
Keep count and keep time. Corey, what's question number 1?
Hold on. All right, you ready? Go.
Is this an indie game?
No.
You had to think about that.
Did this game come out before January 1st, 2000 initially?
Yes.
Okay.
Before? You said before, right?
Yes, I said before.
Did this come out during the 16-bit generation?
No.
Okay. Is this game a console exclusive?
Ooh,
do I need to explain what this means? In case we get,
no.
In case we get a muddled interpretation.
I'll check the 16-bit thing real quick. Hold on.
That's fine.
So it's still no for 16-bit era. And what was your question? No, I know. No. I know. Okay, 16-bit era. I ain't going no shit. Are we still getting 16-bit games? No. All right. Okay. So you have question.
And my question was: is this a console exclusive?
Yes.
Okay.
Corey. So that was 4. 5.
Correct.
This game printed on a disc initially.
So you mean
like was it not a cartridge based game? Was it a disc based game?
No. So that's 5, and you guys.
So that eliminates PlayStation, Saturn, Dreamcast.
2 minutes.
PC.
Ready, set, go.
You think we should ask if this was a handheld game, Corey?
I don't care. It's up to you.
I'm just asking. I'm asking what you think.
We can if you want.
Okay.
Let's see. If it's not on disc, so that leaves Nintendo 64, Genesis.
Yeah, 64, Genesis, SNES.
Well, it's not 16-bit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
64
NES,
Master System,
Game Boy, Game Gear.
If it's a handheld. Well, I think Game Gear was still 16-bit though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It had a lot of Master System games on it.
True.
That Sonic 2 game was awful. Ugh.
Sonic 2?
On Game Gear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was like, wait a second. 2 is awesome.
Sonic 1's still the best. Sonic Mania is pretty good, by the way. I've been playing that a little bit too.
I've been thinking of picking that up. That was made by the fans, wasn't it?
It was made, yeah. You're wasting our huddle time, Moose.
Well, Deshaun's about to waste some more. We didn't forget about Pokemon. We've always sort of operated under an unspoken rule of no handhelds. That was the main issue with Pokemon, Deshaun. It wasn't like, well, then there was some other stuff, but I'm not.
We were operating under the assumption of no handhelds still.
Well, right? I thought. I mean, I don't know. Are we? I mean, I always am because that makes it really difficult. Okay, how much time do we have left, Moose? Has it been 2 minutes?
5 seconds.
And scene. So it's me.
30 seconds. Hold on. Damn clock on this thing. All right, you ready? Set, go.
Is this an RPG?
No.
Okay.
What if this is that game that Ed challenged him to play? What was it? Super Ghouls and Ghosts? Was that on Super Nintendo or NES? I don't remember.
It's on
I don't remember.
Both.
Oh.
I think Super Ghouls and Ghosts is on Super Nintendo.
Is this a 3D game? A la Mario 64, Zelda, Banjo-Kazooie for Nintendo 64. Like, is this a 3D game?
Yes, it's a 3D game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no. Sorry, no. I got mine. Never mind. No, it's not. No.
You want to give us one more no for confirmation?
Matt.
Okay. Is this game part of the 8-bit generation, NES Master System?
Yes.
True. Okay.
Matt, you confirmed it wasn't a console exclusive, right?
No, it was a console exclusive.
It was? Okay. It's a console exclusive. Doesn't mean it's first party. Is this a first party game?
No.
Okay.
Is this a Genesis game? Or no, I'm sorry, a Master System game?
No. Okay. So you guys get 2 minutes starting now.
Okay, so it's NES exclusive, possibly Game Boy. If we didn't ask, it was handheld. Not first party. That eliminates a ton of stuff, actually. We could go. We could ask if it's licensed. We could ask if it's Japanese made. We could ask.
Yes, we can.
Continue genre. Ask if it's part of a series. Ask if it's 2-player.
Yeah. Ask if it's part of a series.
Okay.
And we know it's not an RPG.
Okay. Could be like Ninja Gaiden, Contra.
Yeah.
Castlevania.
Yeah.
Metal Gear. If it's licensed, it could be that first awful Ninja Turtles game.
Hope not. Okay. So, how are we doing on time moves?
38 seconds.
So, we need more genre.
This is awesome.
Whether or not it's a series. East or West. And
We go with like
if it's Western developed, what was Western developed at that time?
I don't know.
I really don't
10
know.
seconds.
I really don't know either.
Okay.
I mean, the Simpsons games were.
All right. Okay.
All right. So let me get back to my.
I believe this is you, Corey.
All right. So Corey is number 11. Ready? Go ahead. 30 seconds.
Is this a Japanese developed game?
Yes. Matt.
Is
30
this game
seconds.
part of a series?
No.
Ooh, one off.
Corey.
Boy, is this a licensed game?
No. It's 13.
One offs for NES. Jeez.
Is this a platformer?
No.
Okay.
Ooh.
15.
Man. Is there Is there melee combat in this game?
No.
That's 15.
Shit.
All right.
2 minutes. Starting now.
It's not a platformer. It's a one-off.
Eastern developed.
It's not first party.
Let's see. What do we got here? Star Tropics, Solomon's Key, Wrecking Crew. Well, Wrecking Crew was Nintendo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Balloon Kid was also Nintendo. That's part of a series, technically.
Star Tropics, was that on NES?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Bayou Billy. The only reason why I brought that up is
I think we've mentioned Bayou Billy way too many times in 20 questions.
I know.
For it not to be
it's because Giant Bomb brings it up in their podcast at least once a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For some reason, Billy. I don't think I ever played it.
I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. Let's see.
Do you want to see if it's a racing game?
Could be. One-off Rad Racer.
Yeah.
RC Pro-Am.
I was going to ask if RC Pro-Am had a sequel. I thought it did.
It had a port to the Game Boy, but I don't know if that counts as part of a series because it was the same game. It was just on Game Boy.
Same game on Game Boy.
Yeah.
I mean, is Tetris a series?
Yeah, I would consider Tetris part of a series.
All right.
And it was published by Nintendo.
Fair enough.
Unless you're talking about Tengen Tetris.
No.
Darn black cartridges. Racist.
And on that note,
is this a racing game?
is that your question?
That's my question.
What question is that? Number 16?
16.
No.
Okay.
Corey.
Jesus. Can you shoot things in this game?
Yes.
Ooh. Got a yes. You can shoot things. But it's not Contra or Metal Gear because those are part of a series.
Yeah.
Where's Ed when you need him?
Could you shoot things in Bad Dudes?
I don't know.
Technically part of a series.
Oh, fuck.
I used to have Bad Dudes.
Bad Dudes was cool.
What about wasn't there something wasn't like Narc? Was that
Oh shit. I thought about that game forever.
or something like R-Type but not R-Type. Are there it's my turn, I think, right? Or is it
No,
it's 18. You just went.
What was his question?
Didn't you ask if you could shoot things?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we ask him if it was multiplayer?
Is this game multiplayer?
No.
19.
30 seconds.
You can shoot things one off. Do you play as a human? It's a big key.
Yes.
Okay.
30 seconds for question number 20.
Fuck.
And then you guys get 5. We get 5 minutes, right?
After 20.
Yeah, you'll get 5 minutes. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I just got to know what timer to go to.
It's cool.
I'll give you a little extra time on that. Sorry.
That's fine.
Actually, I won't even time it. So.
What kind of game is Narc? I always forget.
I think it's like a brawler. I know it's 2 players too. So
is this game a brawler?
No.
Okay. Great. Shoot things. It's not a brawler.
Okay, 5 minutes.
It's a one-off. I don't remember. I've never played Bayou Billy, but what if it's fucking Bayou Billy?
I would fight Moose if it was Bayou Billy. What are some one-off games for NES? I don't even know. I feel like everything at that time had a sequel, except for like super early NES games.
Yeah.
But even most of those were like Nintendo published. So.
I can't. I'm at a loss. I can't think of like one-off shooters. But like I'm bad going back to that generation just because I was so young.
Yeah, I mean,
I was. Huh?
You and I both were. So
yeah.
That generation.
Yeah, like.
I'm trying to think of the games that were on the NES Classic.
I think I was 7 when I got it.
I was 7 when I got mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can shoot things as a one-off.
Are there any like airplane shooting games? Where you play like what's that game where you like are at the bottom of the screen and you're like a military guy?
Ikari Warriors?
Ikari Warriors was awesome.
But there was a series. That was a series.
No, you're man. I can think of it because man, I was watching Game Informer replay, like old episodes of replay, and like it was just like this military.
Is Life Force part of a series?
I don't don't know. I think so. I feel like there's a life force too. Man. I can picture this game in my head.
But you don't play as a human. You're a ship, though.
What about like those? What about? Are there any like top-down shooters?
Plenty of them. I can't think of it.
2.5 minutes.
So if it's not Ninja Turtles or Mario or Zelda, I don't know what it is. If it's not Nintendo published or part of a series, man. What about Bubble Bobble?
There was a series. Bubble Bobble 2.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it.
I mean, is 3D World Runner considered a 3D game?
I don't know.
Because you could play it with those stupid 3D glasses. It is a one-off.
You shoot things.
You do shoot things.
Huh. You could go with that if you want.
I don't think that's a Moose game though.
I feel like I can picture the game that Moose is saying, but I don't know the title of the game.
Describe it in depth.
It's a top-down shooter where you play a guy and you like hide behind these barricades and you shoot like tanks and stuff with like a Contra, like it's not like a spread gun, but it's like a gun that shoots 1,000,000 bullets a minute. And you just kind of like move forward on like the screen. You're always moving forward, but always hiding and dodging.
Sunset Riders?
No. You play a military guy. I don't know.
1 minute.
I'm lost. Matt. Matt, if you guess right, I'll give you $20 in PSN gift card right now.
Oh, yeah. Keep your money. Because
You shoot things.
Shoot things.
I give up, man.
Would Bonanza count as a laser, or Bonanza or Gunsmoke count as? What if it's Wild Gunman?
Maybe. I don't know.
What was that?
No, because it's not first party. I was gonna say Duck Hunt because you shoot things in that game, but it's for Nintendo game, clearly.
Wild Gunman's first party too.
But what if it is Sunset Riders?
Gumshoe is first party too. Okay. All right, Corey. We have Sunset Riders. You know what? Let's try Sunset Riders.
I feel like that's too obvious, though.
I feel like but I feel like I don't think it's 3D World Runner. I really don't.
All right, we'll go with Sunset Riders.
Sunset Riders, Moose.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. What was it?
Sunset Riders was released on the SNES also.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it wasn't even a Nintendo game. The game is Abadox. Abadox is a video game for the NES, subtitled The Deadly Inner Wars. It is a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up in the vein of Gradius and R-Type. The game is notable for its unique visual design as the game takes place inside the intestinal tract of a giant alien organism. Abadox is also known to be difficult since it takes one hit from an enemy.
I think you just made that word up.
No.
And Abadox.
I remember Abadox.
If a player is killed, one must restart from the checkpoint passed before death. I'm going to link it in the chat because I copied it and pasted it for you.
That was a cool game. It was
published. It was developed by Natsume Games, who actually do Harvest Moon. So they're doing the Harvest Moon Light of Hope and Light of Hope Special Edition for the Switch. They also did Wild Guns. They did the Reloaded versions for the PS4 and what will be coming out on the Switch soon as well. And they did a bunch of River City Ransom games for the Nintendo 3DS because I figured you guys might ask a developer question. So I was like, maybe I should look into the developer. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, they were Japanese, and they were like, oh, dude, I played that game a lot.
That was I remember I never owned that, but we rented it a Probably once or twice.
But there's like a jump. Go ahead. Sorry.
It was one of those games that like I think my parents probably saw me just get frustrated with it and put it away.
Yeah.
And it's probably one of those they're like, yeah, we won't pull the trigger on this one because we'll hate ourselves.
Yeah, it was like the plot was in the year 5012, the planet known as Abadox is soon eaten by a giant alien organism known as Parasitus. Once the planet has been consumed, the alien takes the form of an entire planet and seeks to devour other planets within the galaxy. Galactic military tries to fight the alien, but to no avail, as Parasitus destroys the entire galactic military except for one hospital ship. It is then discovered that Princess Maria has been devoured as well. The galactic military decides to send out their best fighter, Second Lieutenant Nazzle, to attempt to enter Parasitus' body and rescue Princess Maria before it's too late.
Wow. Well, okay. You know what? You know, I feel like we had gotten to a point where we were almost on track.
You were like really close. I was kind of worried. And then when Corey was like joking, it better not be Bayou Billy. I was actually looking at Bayou Billy to see if I could make it Bayou Billy. In Bayou Billy's description, it is a beat 'em up. So I already told you it wasn't like there was no melee combat, so I couldn't count that. So
fucking Bayou Billy.
One of these days, guys. One of these days, it'll be
like. And see, the thing is, Bayou Billy's going to be on our brains from now on. Like, I'm probably going to learn everything I need to know about Bayou Billy in the next few days, just so I can be ready for what it actually is. Yeah. No, good one, Moose. Good one. Yeah. I think even if we had gotten closer, I probably still wouldn't have got it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were on the right track with like Grandius and R-Type.
I mean, I would have never gotten it because I've never even heard of that game. So
okay, yeah, that's understandable. I mean, it was. I don't know how many it sold, but
I don't think it was one of the more highly rated.
No, like I do like. I remember playing the game, obviously, but I do like looking at the box art brings back some sweet memories. But
I remember like it had like blood on the letters, didn't it?
Yeah. Like if you look at that link I put in the chat,
it was like it was like a rather metal cover, if I remember.
Yeah, it's pretty metal. That's pretty. Yeah, you could mistake that for a metal band's cover, but Deshaun says in the chat he smells BS. No, this is actually fine. Link it for him if you can copy it and paste it. But yeah, no, it's out there. ABADOX. Deshaun.
Okay. Deshaun is really jumping to Corey's defense here. It's like, what the fuck? You gave Corey shit for Pokemon and not Moose for Abadox? Okay.
All right. So wait. All right.
Deshaun,
go ahead, Matt.
The real I'm not gonna say that Moose and I were even close to Pokemon. I'm not going to say that at all because we had walked ourselves so far off the reservation on that one. But like also Moose and I were operating under the sort of pretense that the unwritten rule was always no handhelds. Because I know if you go back through 20 questions, we've said that on multiple occasions. Mm-hmm. Now, Corey has an argument there because we never asked if it was on a handheld, but we did say but he did say that this came to consoles later. But that's also kind of a gray area.
Collusion. There's some collusion there.
There are a lot of things that could come up in this series or in this game that we've never discussed or even anticipated. Now, I will admit, yes, I gave Corey a ton of shit for Pokemon. That was because I was drunk and angry. Was it appropriate? Nah,
probably
wasn't. It really wasn't. Corey still got his point. We will not try and take that away from him. So I don't want you to think there's a double standard here because I think this time out, Corey and I had walked ourselves closer to this than Moose and I were ever going to get to Pokemon.
Yeah. I think what threw me off with Pokemon was the RPG element.
Yeah, like I don't think a Pokemon is an RPG.
I think that was the question. Didn't we say, is this game an RPG? And he
said yes.
Yes. I don't think and technically it's not. There's RPG elements in it.
It's baby's first RPG. You collect a party, you level up, you learn moves, and you turn-based combat.
Okay, let's not.
The very definition of a JRPG.
Let's not do this. I will say this: when if you ask me what I think of an RPG, if you ask me to name like 50 RPGs, I will go through 56 before I even come close to thinking about Pokemon.
Yeah,
that's a my interpretation thing. Probably not a realistic definition thing. And I think Moose is in the same camp as me. But again,
I think it's also from people that play the game.
Yeah,
like, I haven't played it. You played it, but I've never played Pokemon.
I've never played Pokemon,
so I'm not familiar with it at all. And that's probably what's further and further away from it because I've never played it.
I've been adjacent to Pokemon playing several times in my life.
Yeah, like my younger brother played the fucking hell out of it on a Game Boy Color.
I mean, I looked at it and I tried to figure out what was going on, but eventually I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, and I handed it back to someone multiple years younger than I was, and they had a blast. So I can let them. So I'm not like, at least I will say this: at least Abadox is something I've played and something I have a reference to somewhere in the back of this head of mine. I just don't have that with Pokemon. And I would have never had that despite knowing about Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
And I will always go back that, like, yes, whenever we lose, doesn't matter who's partnered with who, there's gonna be some salt and there's gonna be some anger about it. But like, I think I still say Corey got his point. And that's that. I mean, if I was really going to press the issue, I would say, "Hey, we've always had the unspoken rule of no handouts." But
I can take my point away.
Don't take your point away. You keep your point. All right.
I think I'm gonna say it right now. It's the last time we discussed the Pokemon incident.
Yes, this is it.
Because it's really starting to piss me off, to be honest.
We are closing the book on the Pokemon thing.
Right, and I agree with Corey. I'm getting a little frustrated with it. I'm like, it's done. It is what it is.
I mean, kind of frustrated is kind of underselling it for me, but
are you really angry?
No, I'm just tired of hearing about it.
Okay. I'm not going to bring it up anymore. I only brought it up once.
All right.
Deshaun brought it up the other time.
How could you hate that, man? Look at him. He's so cute.
He's so dumb. I'm so stupid. Okay, with the end of 20 questions, this brings episode 110 of Nerds Gone Rogue to its conclusion. I am Matthew Keel. Moose, where can we find you?
You can find me at Svhenn on Twitter, Instagram, and PlayStation Network. You can game with us anytime. You can also find me every Thursday morning. It goes up. Chatting, our podcast goes live. Chatting with Jeff and Jason on Nerds Gone Platinum about the PlayStation ecosystem and specifically PS4 platform. You can tweet us at ng_platinum or email us at nerdsgoneplatinum@gmail.com. Questions, comments, concerns. I was thinking about it last time. We have a phone number to call. I need to get that number, remember it. And
I left a message.
That'll become part of the house cleaning. I'm sure we're going to read it. We're going to read it on tomorrow's episode.
Nothing on it. There's nothing there. It's basically me going, "Hey, I heard you guys have a phone, so I'm calling." It's pretty much what it is.
Oh, so here's my number. Call me, baby.
You gave me your number. I'm calling you.
Yeah. I think I might just start giving it out as like if we end up not using it at all, just like give it out as a number to like tell like companies that I sign up for shit for, just so I don't have my number. But anyways, Jason would kill me probably.
Yeah. They'd be like, "Hi, this message is for Brian. You signed up for some car insurance, and now I'm just calling to follow up."
Yeah. Corey, Where can we find you?
You can find me at CoreyandHT86 on Twitter and Instagram, and you can find me on Nintendo Pow Block, which is our Nintendo show every Tuesday.
Yeah. Pow Block's good.
I am Infinite_Rewind on every social media platform I choose to be on. You can find me Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, all at Infinite_Rewind. Play games with me on PSN. My Switch code will be in the description, along with these two chuckleheads as well. And you can find me. I am going back to writing my weekly rotation this week on NGRradio.com. So that will be up. I took 2 weeks off because I just kind of needed the time to sort some stuff out, and in a weird fashion, life sorted itself out in a really cool way, and I'm happy with it. So, yeah, Corey, take us out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Every time Moose does that, just I'm gonna make a shirt that says that and just wear it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, before you do this, I'm gonna try and create everybody on NGR so we could do or at NGR and NGP, so we could do a 3-on-3 tag match. NGP gets actual Moose, we get meme Moose.
Yeah.
I'm talking long hair, goatee, sunglasses. You're welcome. Hopefully, I can incorporate some beer in there some way. The creation suite in this game is fun.
He needs a black T-shirt and just
duh.
a burger on it. It just needs a burger and a beer.
I know there's
I'm
some
excited about it. Did you notice that it's 12 hours till it unlocks? It doesn't unlock.
Yeah, it unlocks it. It unlocks at 9 a.m. in the morning. I'm glad we figured that out, so we don't have to blow up Corey's Facebook while he's sleeping.
Yeah,
Corey, take us out of here.
I mean, to be fair, I have notifications turned off from midnight to 7 a.m. So
nice, very smart.
If you message me and I don't see it, that's why. Man, everything's all backwards tonight. You can find Nerds Gone Rogue every Monday at 7 a.m. You can find our other show, B-Sides, on Fridays. Check it out on your podcast service of choice and on youtube.com/NGRradio and NGRradio.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time. Thank you.
Banana and out.
You're welcome. All of us, on all accounts, even us, even for Nerds Gone Platinum, we don't come up with the freaking topic till the day of the show, and it's like the three of us, need to do a better job of that too. I mean, this week we're gonna start a 3-week mini series of trophies, going over our platinums. What was our trophies for each platinum? So I got to put something together tomorrow, because I'm going first,
right?
And so it's just we feel like Jason, Jeff, and I could do a better job. And what we could also do is we could put together a Google Sheet and just be like, here's topics of shows, all that stuff, and just keep track of it. Like, I feel like when we do some topics on NGP, we've covered some of this stuff. And it's like we almost need a curator. We need a Google Doc that keeps track of all this, all the stuff that we've covered already, But anyways, I think I can start one. I'll start one tomorrow and invite y'all to do it. And then we can just have a sheet each, just be like Brian's topics, Matt's topics, Corey's topics. And then just, we could rotate, we could vote on it, be like, hey, here's or Corey as the the main host could be like, here's 3 topics I picked off y'all's lists.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants, which one do we want to do? And three of us can vote. If it's 3-way
Right.
tie, then it's whatever he picks it or whatever. We can pick out a system that works.
And obviously, like, shit will come up that, like, we can just have like and
we can push stuff.
I guess like an evergreen topic list, like where, hey, let's talk about this.
And I mean, when Spider-Man's coming out.
Yeah.
When
we should really talk about
next
this
Friday, I'm gonna be playing it all. I'm gonna try and take Friday off.
Yeah.
So I'll probably play it all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I have plenty to talk about on Monday for the show. So when we have big games coming out, we can spend time talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Or even shows, or obviously keep up with our E3 thing. Gamescom. I know Gamescom just happened, but it's whatever.
Apart from Sekiro getting pre-orders, I really don't know what else happened.
I do know today that they showed their revealed gameplay of Cyberpunk over their Twitch feed.
Yeah, I heard that too.
So,
I also heard they did a somewhat insensitive tweet.
But did you just assume my gender? Did you assume her gender? I think was that the tweet you're talking about?
Fuck,
and they apologized.
I don't remember.
Which I don't think they need to apologize for that, because that's stupid ass motherfuckers who are like, "Hey, I'm sorry. Listen, if I don't know you, I'm not gonna apologize for this. But if you put off the appearance that you're female until you tell me otherwise, I'm gonna say her or hello or whatever. I'm gonna refer to you or male, either or. So I'm not gonna sit here and pussyfoot around. I don't give a crap if you're mad that I assumed your gender. You're putting off the appearance that you're male or female. I'm going to refer to you with those pronouns.
Right.
So, tough shit if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Little social justice warriors can get the fuck over it.
Well,
but anyway.
I mean, or like, if they don't like it, they don't have to be a dick about it. They can just be like, hey, listen, this is what I prefer to be referred to as.
Right. Right. And that's the other thing. That's what I'm saying.
That's the problem these days is like, all anybody ever does, if someone hears something they don't like, they automatically just lash out and don't have a genuine conversation about something, and that's like the biggest issue.
Right. I think that's the thing. Like, there's no like, oh, you want us to, you want people to be understanding to you and all that stuff, but then as soon as like, it's hypocritical to like lash out at people. You know what I mean? Like, if they don't know, you know what I mean? Like, they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They just met you. You're putting off the appearance that you're female, and they refer to you, as her or him, whatever, and you're like, no, it's whatever, and it's like, all right, get the fuck out of here. I ain't got time for that. But anyways, I say we do a B-side. We can talk about your 100th platinum, because I think I found my next platinum, and I'm gonna have a good time with it. So
okay, anyways, cool.
I can remark on that and get things going. And I think I'm in the 20s. So I think my next big one would be probably 25 or 30. I'll check real quick while we're doing it. But anyways, I'm ready whenever y'all are.
All right. Let's see here. All right.
That's what I want to put.
Man, I've spent so much time on all this garbage for this channel.
I'm glad you said that while we were live.
I don't care.
Fans really love it.
Hey, if they've watched us this long, they know.
Yeah.
Oh, if they're watching us now, they know.
They know.
Oh wow! So my next big, I guess 20. I'm at 17 right now. So I have three platinums till I get to 20. So
gotta get those numbers up, man.
I know those are rookie numbers, as they like to say,
as the kids say.
That's right. Oh no, I apologize. I'm level 17. I have 24 platinum trophies. Then my next big one will be the game that I'm working on. Awesome. So that works. Cool. So I can share that. I'll be like, I'm only a quarter. I'm a quarter of the way behind. Or 3/4 of the way behind Matt. I gotta catch up. But
All right. Well, here we go.
How do the milestones work? I always forget.
What do you mean?
The milestones.
I don't know what you're referring
to. Were you talking about like PSN profiles or?
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Every 20th or?
Oh, they're milestones?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hold on a second. Stats. Let me look.
Oh, it's every 10.
Probably, yeah.
It's like
every 10.
It's like every 10 up to 50, and then it's 75, and then 100.
Because if I go to my profile,
that's the way it looks like. That's the way it looks on mine.
So if I go to profile, let me scroll down because it'll tell me. Yeah, it'll tell you like all the. Yeah, because they do latest platinum, fastest, 20th, 10th. Yeah. So, my 20th was Game of Thrones, which was a year ago. So I've only done 4 platinums in the last year. But then again, this game challenge. And if I was really due diligent, I could have platinum stuff. I was trying to beat it, but
my first platinum was well, actually, let's just start the B side. We'll do this.
All right, that's fine. We can talk about some trophies.
I have 1 platinum.
That's cool. We can go over your accomplishments. You could have 2 if you'd fucking play some Bloodborne.
I could probably have like 10 if I played Telltale games.
That's true.
Or My Name is Mayo.
Or not Switch.
It's true. It's all my baby lets me play.
I know. It's fine.
I did play some Rainbow Six Siege the other day, though. That was fun. With Jesse. All right.
Let's do this, Corey.
Here we go. Try on.
All right. I'm going to go get some water. I'm not going to drink another beer because it's not worth it, but I'll be back.
No one's in the chat tonight. It's weird.
I didn't even turn the chat on.
I hate it when you're trying to upload a video and it just doesn't upload. It's being stupid. So that goes. I'm not gonna lie. This first split off is a success.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I just like the way it looks.
That's cool.
For me, that's successful.
I'll take it.
Are you gonna subscribe 47 times and then unsubscribe, Matt?
I mean, it's what I do.
Damn.
It's what my internet dictates that I do.
Fair. Man, Moose, that Nerds Gone Platinum channel looks sweet too.
Yep. Looking forward to posting a lot of stuff on it. Yeah. Huh.
All right. What do you say we start an episode?
I guess.
If you don't want to, we can just.
I'm good with that.
All right. Some water real quick. Oh, shit. Hang on.
Man, look at this trailer. Sweet.
All right. Ready?
Fortnite has dedicated servers because they have to. I guess I'll put this down now.
We're ready when you are, dude.
I'm ready. I'm just here to hang out.
That's cool.
Have a good time.
So since we're getting later, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
How late are we talking and going?
I can go as late as I want. My new stuff.
See, you can. But I might try and get up and go to work early with Kelly tomorrow, to be there at 6.
Okay.
So I have to be up at 4:30.
Well, what do you say? What do you say we do? What we're playing, and then 20 questions.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I mean, I was just asking. I mean, because I don't know if we have a topic, do we?
Nah, not really.
All right, we can go on what we're playing. I'm gonna beat you, Cat, because every time you come up here and you want attention, I go to pet you, and they like pull back. They're like women. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to you. Pay attention to you, and they're like, I don't want anything to do with you. So,
Pop that pussy! Hey!
yeah.
That's
Okay.
starting the show, by the way.
What?
So that's going to start this week's show, by the way.
Great.
Yeah.
Just that.
Despite what I'm about to do.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. You won't know till next Monday.
No, Deshaun, you've not missed. You just missed the B-sides. The B-sides are over. We're just about to do. We're about to do the normal shiz. So feel free to stick around. It's probably gonna be a quick show tonight, but yeah, you haven't missed anything.
That's right. Paddlebox was only 42 minutes last week. This week, I guess.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1.